Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into a hero who just got a massive revamp, none other than Alice. The queen of the blood demons just got a huge rework, and the best part, she doesn't use mana anymore. Listen up guys, many pro teams in major tournaments like MPL are starting to realize that Alice can compete and provide a significant advantage. Pro teams see her potential to stand toe-to-toe with other strong frontliner type EXP laners. Her skill set has been adjusted to be more effective. Her ultimate is now a deadly CC tool, and her passive gives her insane sustain in prolonged wars. But many say Alice became squishy and hard to use. In this video, I'll break down all her new skills, the effective combos, and the recommended item builds so you can make her extremely hard to kill, while still dishing out consistent damage. You can definitely add Alice to your optional hero pool, whether you're playing in ranked games or local tournaments. Be ready to become a strong, reliable frontliner for your team. Without further ado, let's get right into the breakdown. Let's go! Passive explained, the source of sustain. Alice's core strength now lies in her new passive guise. You remember how Alice's old skill 3 ultimate functioned to drain HP from surrounding enemies? Well, that sustain mechanic has now been revamped and moved to Alice's passive. There are a few tweaks to ensure this passive can be activated, and even stay active continuously if you play her correctly. Passive! Crimson Blood Banquet. This is the most important part. Alice Nitrogen Monoxide longer uses mana. Instead, she has a crimson stack bar below her HP bar. How it works: an active effect. When Alice's skills hit a target, she gains 1 crimson stack, lasting 4 seconds. Once the crimson reaches 2 stacks, the Blood Banquet is activated. Specifically for skill 3 Alice's ultimate, this skill grants 2 stacks sequentially. First, when Alice initially activates channels her ultimate, she grants 1 stack. Second, when she releases the ultimate, she grants another 1 stack. So, Alice will get 2 total stacks if both phases hit an enemy. Crucially, Alice will only gain 1 stack per skill use, including each phase of her ultimate. This rule also applies to skill 1 and skill 2. This means the stack is counted per skill activation, not based on how many targets you hit. When active, this passive deals 25 plus 30% total magic power. Magic damage plus a percentage of the target's max HP 0.5% to 2.5%, depending on level 2 surrounding units. It also restores 10 HP plus 3% extra max HP to Alice every 0.5 seconds. While Blood Banquet is active, Alice also gains 8% movement speed. If this passive hits an enemy hero, it refreshes its duration. And for quick farming, the passive can deal up to 70 plus 10 hero level magic damage to creeps. The takeaway: the longer the fight, the tankier and more damaging Alice becomes. Skill 1 and Skill 2 explained. Poke damage. Moving on to her active skills, which are just as vital. Skill 1, Crimson Gleam, Key Initiation, and Escape. This is the old reliable skill with the same mechanism. Alice sends a blood orb forward, dealing 100 plus 50% total magic power. Now before this orb disappears, the skill can be used again to activate Scarlet Shadow, allowing Alice to teleport and blink to the orb's location. Perfect for long-range poke, initiation blinking into a wall, or escaping through walls. Skill 2, Doom Waltz, Key Slow and Damage Amplifier. Alice performs a deadly dance, dealing 350 plus 130% total magic power, or magic damage, to surrounding enemies, and applying a 70% slow for 1 second. If Blood Banquet passive is active, this dance also burns enemies, dealing 300% of the Blood Banquet damage, and restoring the same amount of HP to Alice. So, Skill 2 is key for dealing extra damage, and getting that insane sustain in the middle of a crowd. New ultimate, Mass Crown Control Effect. Now let's get to her most game-changing new ultimate, Throne of Ruin. Ultimate, Throne of Ruin, Key of CC and Immunity. Alice's old ultimate has moved to her passive. Her new ultimate functions as a mass CC initiation. Alice shrouds herself in blood, becoming crowd control immune, and receiving 50% damage reduction, while slowing herself by 50%. While channeling this ultimate, Alice can only use Scarlet Shadow, the blink from Skill 1. Can exploit the Scarlet Shadow to launch a sudden attack or initiation, giving enemies no time to react to your ultimate's lockdown. After channeling for 1.5 seconds, she emerges, dealing 500 plus 150% total magic damage, and plus 20% extra max HP to all enemies in range, and causes immobilize for 1 second. This is your crucial teamfight entry skill. This ultimate ensures enemies are locked down in your position before you spam skill 2 and your passive. Key Alice combo and positioning tips. Okay, now we discuss Alice's most deadly wombo combo. This hero must play aggressively because her sustain comes from dealing damage to enemies. Let's divide it into 2 types of combos. Poke and zoning combo. Basic initiation. This combo is effective for dealing consistent poke damage and activating the passive without going all in. Aim skill 1 at the target, then teleport to them, and immediately activate skill 2 to trigger the Blood Banquet passive. Try to keep the passive active by staying close to the target. If the target moves away, you can use skill 1 again if the cooldown is reset to reach them. Or, if you can't withstand the enemy's damage, you can use skill 1 to retreat to a safer position. Use this combo to be a frontliner, disrupt the enemy core, or simply enter a crowd while waiting for your ultimate to be ready. Open War Initiation combo. All in lockdown plus sustain burst. Shoot skill 1 towards the enemy formation, ideally hitting the enemy cores like gold laner, jungler, or mid laner. The goal here is twofold. Get the first passive stack and lock in your blink location. While the skill 1 projectile is traveling, immediately activate your ultimate skill 3. We intentionally sacrifice the first phase of the ultimate, the self-slow, because what we need is the instant AoE CC from the second phase. Right after activating your ultimate, use skill 1 again to teleport to the projectile's location. The result? Alice blinks in and immediately releases the ultimate's AoE CC second phase by surprise. Enemies won't have time to anticipate this sudden ultimate pop-up, giving your initiation a very high chance of lockdown. Since skill 1 grants 1 stack, and the second ultimate phase grants 1 stack, Alice's Blood Banquet passive will instantly activate as the poke damage and lifesteal for Alice to the targets. This is perfect. Enemies hit by the immobilize immediately take poke damage and grant you sustain from the passive. After the lockdown, simply spam skill 2 and skill 1 to chase or adjust to enemies trying to escape Alice's passive range. With this combo, you become an extremely effective initiator for both big and small team fights. Remember, the passive and skill 2 are close-range AoE damage. You must be brave enough to stay in the middle of the war while your ultimate is active. Your ultimate grants control immunity. Use that to soak up enemy CC and ensure the team fight goes your way. Recommended item, build, emblem, and spell. Next up is the item build and emblem I recommend. Since Alice is now mana-free and her ultimate has a large area CC, I believe Alice is most optimal when used as an initiator hero and a frontliner at the same time. A frontliner hero absolutely needs high sustain to withstand damage from 2 to 3 enemy heroes on the front line. So, our build must focus on defense, lifesteal, and a bit of poke damage, but the main priority is still defense. I've already researched and directly tested the setups from MPL Pro players, and guys, the results are satisfying. Here are the recommendations you can apply in almost all conditions. First, Star Emblem. We use the Tank Emblem. This emblem provides the basic defense Alice needs, which is plus 500 HP, plus 10 hybrid defense, and plus 4 HP regen. Perfect for making Alice tanky and sustaining longer during big wars. Talent 1, Vitality, adds 225 max HP. The effect is simple, guys, just adding 225 max HP. But this is very useful for Alice to increase her total HP capacity. Talent 2, Core Sustain, Festival of Blood. This talent provides extra spell vamp and can be stacked up to 12 stacks. This is perfectly synergized with Alice's passive, making her lifesteal even more intense and improving her total sustain. Talent 3, Sustain Burst, Brave Smite. Restores 5% max HP when your skill damages an enemy hero, though it has a 6-second cooldown. This talent is highly effective for burst heal in the middle of a war. I deliberately don't give other emblem options, as this setup is the most optimal for Alice's frontliner build. Second, mandatory items. For Alice's frontliner build, there are 3 mandatory core items you must have: Cursed Helmet, Oracle, and Dominance Ice. Okay, before discussing the core items, let's start by discussing the boots item, which is just as important as the core items. Tough boots. my primary choice. These boots reduce CC and slow duration by 25%. Extremely important, so Alice's combo isn't easily disrupted. Warrior boots, second options. You can use these if the enemy's physical damage is highly dominant. Between these two options, I strongly recommend you buy tough boots. Its passive effect, which reduces crowd control duration, is very useful in various teamfight situations, making Alice hard to lock down. Okay, now let's focus on discussing the core items one by one. Cursed Helmet, Defense and Poke, provides plus 1200 HP and plus 20 magic defense. This item has passive AoE damage per second around Alice free poke, and reduces the target's hybrid defense up to 3 stacks. This passive damage helps a lot to speed up minion clear and chip away at enemy HP. Oracle, Heal Amplifier, provides defense, cooldown reduction, and HP. The most crucial part, this item increases the effect of shields and HP recovery received by Alice by 30%. This includes lifesteal, spell vamp, and HP regen. Alice's HP recovery in wars is guaranteed to be much faster. Dominance Ice, anti-heal and anti-attack speed. This item provides plus 55 physical defense and plus 5% movement speed. Its passive reduces the attacker's attack speed to 80% of the normal amount for 1 second. And most importantly, reduces the enemy's shield and HP recovery effects to 60% of the normal amount for 1 second. For these 2 slots, you can choose other defense items according to your needs. As for me, I recommend these 2 items. Antique Cuirass, suitable for reducing physical burst damage from heroes like fighters or assassins. Radiant Armor, suitable for resisting sustained magic damage from heroes like Change or Lunox. For other options, you can tinker with these 2 slots using other items, like based on your needs in that particular gameplay. Battle Spell, best choice, Flicker. This spell is the safest for Alice. Besides escaping or chasing, Flicker can be comboed with her ultimate. You can blink while charging your ultimate, making Alice's ultimate nearly impossible to dodge, guys. Well, there you have it, guys, the full breakdown of the Alice Revamp hero. Now you know her new passive, her CC ultimate, and the right build to make her sustain and deadly. The main key to playing Alice is you must be brave. You are an EXP Laner who is typically a frontliner, with the job description of being the body for your team. Don't be afraid to open the map and be the punching bag for the team. Apply strong pressure on your enemies, so your team can gain space and dominate the entire map. That way, victory from early to late game will surely be yours. So, are you ready to try out this Queen of Blood in Ranked? Write in the comments below. Do you think this revamp makes Alice more OP, or is she now more tricky? If you like this kind of gameplay tips video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next quality content.